SketchUp users, this is how you make a photorealistic metallic material in Vray. First, you click on the surface you want to apply your material to, and then you pick a random color that you want. Then you go to your Vray asset editor and make the material editable. Now, what I like to do personally is change my viewport from this to wall close-up so that I can see the details well that I'm applying to my materials. The next thing will be to go to my diffuse texture slot and introduce a map. That is my color map. So I'm telling Vray that the color I used earlier was just a placeholder. This is the color I want to use going forward. Now, the next thing I'll do would be to apply my roughness map. So I'll go to my reflection roughness, and apply the map. Now, this is the map that carries the blemishes, the surface imperfections, the scratches, and what have you. Now, once I apply that, you will see the difference in my material. So you see this. You see that there are some marks there. Some areas are highlighted. It's becoming realistic already. Now I can leave this if it was just a wooden material. So the next thing we are to do is to introduce the metallic map, because all we're trying to do is a metal. So you go to metalness and then you add the metallic map. Now you see that the material will become highlighted. There will be a lot of textures. You'll see it clearer than before. So we are going to change the surface control from use roughness to use glossiness, because it's a metallic material. We need it to be reflective, to have some glossiness. And this is what you have. Now this is too dark for me personally. So I like to just make it brighter a little, more gray than black, right? So you can just go to your metalness map, go to color manipulation, and then reduce your color gain a little. And this is what you have. So that's it. You can end here. But then I just like to add a little bit more detail, which is bump. So we already have a bump in Vray in this editor, but then I'm going to just create a new one to layer on what I already have. So I go to bump, right? Now, instead of just adding a bump map, I'm going to do two things. I will change the default bump map, right, to something else. And that is the local space map. Why? Because I want to work on the edges of my material. I want it to be rounded. So I scroll down to edges because I'm trying to give it a rounded corner feel without a plugin. So this is the width. I can make my thickness bigger or smaller. Now you can see how thick it is. This is saying the edge of my metal is going to be this curved. But I just want to leave it at 0.1 so that it's realistic. It's not too curved, it's not too rounded, just perfect. And that is it pretty much. We are done. So what you see now is the rendering process, right? Let's see everything that we've applied if it's going to actually look like what we want it to look like. Now, while this is rendering, you may want to know where I got these maps from, right? You can get these maps from Polygon, CCO Textures, or Ambient CG. Yes. But if you want these particular maps that I use in this video, you can comment maps in the comments and I would push it to your DMs. For more tips like this, do well to follow, like, comment, and share. Thank you.